Alright, that's 220. And at that point, I'm going to take this guide off because I stopped this grind at 80 when I flat ground this and cleaned it up. So I'm going to keep everything caught up, all the different parts of the knife as I step up in grits. I'm going up to about 500 before I go to the rotary vise. And all I really want to do with each grit is remove all the evidence of the previous grit. I pulled out that magnet again, and I'm going to start grinding these flats, and I'm going to alternate between grinding this and then finishing on the bevel. But I don't need the edge guide anymore because I've got a well-defined plunge cut, so we can follow that. Okay, that's a 500 grit hand finish, and worked out some other details, got that filed in, and I addressed that little parrot's beak on the back. And the only other detail I have to do before heat treatment is I'm going to file in the false edge up on top. And then we're going to be foil wrapping this and getting it into the furnace. Alright, that's the false edge brought up to 500 grit. So now the only thing we have to do before heat treatment is I want to preform this cutting edge and get a lot of the steel brought down at that 20-degree angle. I'm not going to go to a sharp edge, but I do want to get a lot of it out of the way on this side of heat treatment. Okay, we've got this knife ready to go into the furnace. Brought this up to a 500 grit finish all around. I ran that polishing bob on the inside of this finger groove. And the only other thing I did to that was what the carbide cutting tool did. So yeah, it's going to do the trick. I really like the way that turned out. So anyway, we're going to get this foil wrapped into the furnace, and I'll come back when we pull it out and put it into the oil quench. Alright, no need for talc powder with this 01 steel at the temperatures we harden. So we're expecting to pull as clean a knife out of here as we're putting into the foil. So again, come back in the quench. See you then.